Hello, hello everybody. We are back working on our Lizzy blanket, and this is the second week of Jane. So last week we started, it was the very beginning of working on our Lizzy blanket, and you started with Jane. You should have finished your first 15 rows, and she turned out just beautiful. Aren't those colors so gorgeous to work with? I absolutely love the way the colors are coming together on this thing. And again, I would never have picked those colors out. I couldn't have done it, but they're just working out beautifully. So I'm really, really glad the way the colors in this kit are coming together. So now we have done the second half of Jane, and you should have finished all 30 rows of Jane now. And again, it was the 6 repeats of the 5 rows in Jane. And this is how mine is looking. Get it the right way. There we go. There we go. Isn't she lovely? Those colors, man, I love the way the blues are thrown in and mixed in there. Yeah. I really, really I'm enjoying these colors a lot. Again, I couldn't have done it. I could not have chosen those colors. I think the greens and the blues together, and I think in person these colors are much more vibrant than they look in the videos. They just don't show up as well in the videos as they do in person. So far my favorite is, I don't know, I really like this one, this storm blue right there. I really like that. I think that is a gorgeous color. I really do like that one. It's very, very pretty. Very pretty. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I have not had any problems at all with the instructions. I think they're very, very clear. And like I said before, make sure that before you do a row, you watch the video, because the way she explains things in the video makes the instructions extremely clear. And that also shows why she suggested doing the little sample thing beforehand. That truly does. If you did the little sample thing beforehand, there would be no question whatsoever of how to do any of these stitches at all. But, so, Jane is done. We've got our first 30 rows done. And I did a quick measurement for you. Mine is right at, I think it was 10 inches. Let me double check that for you real quick. Okay, so 10 and a half inches right in there. So we're right on track to be right about 50 inches, and then we're going to have the border. So that gives you a real good idea of how long yours is going to be. Okay, so pretty. Very pleased with this. So far, I think not having issues with the pattern, not having issues with the stitches. I think the design, not the design of the stitches, the variety of the stitches. It's a nice mix of very, very easy, double crochet, half double crochet, and then a little bit of specialty stitch in there just to give you a little bit of flavor. Has been a very nice combination. All right, so now we're going to move on to Elizabeth, and it's going to be exactly the same as the way we worked up Jane. We're going to have 5 stitches, or 5 rows, 5 stitches, and I'm seeing double crochet, half double crochet, and a couple specialty stitches. This one, we did the bean stitch on this one, and that was this. And this one is called a wrapped bean, so it's going to be a little bit different. And then something else that doesn't have a name. double stitch, chain, skip a stitch, double stitch. So basically it looks like it's just going to be double stitch with a chain in between each one. So it doesn't look too hard. None of these look too hard. And I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going to say, if you watch her video before you do the crochet, I don't think you're going to have any problems at all. She tells you on this list, I love this thing. She tells you on this list exactly, this list right here, exactly what color you're using, what stitch you're using, and what row you're on. So, and then I just tick off each row as I'm done, and so you don't get lost. I even, just for one more step so I didn't get lost as I was going along, I even just in the corner wrote down how many stitches for each row, and then I could easily keep track of doing my count. I do my count on every row, because I'll tell you what, it takes a lot less time to count how many stitches I have than it does to tear out a row and fix a problem somewhere. Yeah. Don't ask me how I know that. It's just been easy to do. I'm really excited to start the next phase. Now remember, when you watch her video, and I will attach her Elizabeth video, will be down below, and she's going to call it week 2 Elizabeth, or yeah, I think she calls it Elizabeth. She might call it, no, I'm sure it's Elizabeth. She'll call it week 2, even though, because she's only allowing 1 week for each section. This would have been 1 week for her. And again, I think that is far too much to ask of someone. So we're breaking this down. Where she's calling 1 week, we're breaking it into 2 weeks, okay? And I think that is just about the right amount. I'm spending, I would say between 6 and 8 hours, probably closer to 8 hours, but 6 to 8 hours for each half. So 6 to 8 hours for each 15 row section. And you know, that's with getting up and dinking around and, you know, getting dinner going and all the things. So, yeah. So 6 to 8 hours for each half. So I couldn't imagine getting all of this done in 1 week's crocheting time with everything else that goes on in the world. Some people can, some people crochet much faster than I do, and some people, you know, if you got kids and work and dogs and all the things, I couldn't imagine getting 30 rows of this done in 1 week. So where her video will say it's 1 week, we're actually splitting that into 2 weeks. And remember, in the description box of Anja's video, she will have the free instructions, the free pattern for the Elizabeth portion. And I'm going to pull that up, and I will put that into my description box as well. But in case you don't see it, I'll see if I can, I will see if I can attach that to in my comment section. I'll try to pin it to the top of the comment section. If I'm able to do that, I will do that. So that's wonderful that we don't even need to purchase the pattern. And that way, if you're not following her, colors, you don't even need to bother with the pattern, because she goes right through all the instructions in the video, and all you need for her pattern is just following her colors. So if you're using your own colors, you don't need the pattern. Just follow her video for the stitch, and she gives you the stitch information all right along. As always, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any concerns, put them down below in the comment section. You know I read those things, you know I answer them, you know I get back to you. I'm having so much fun with this. I hope you are too. Please let me know what colors you're using. I'm very excited to see what that is. And yeah, just connect with me and let me know what's going on. Don't forget, I am also reading the book Pride and Prejudice, because that's what all of this is based on. And so you should be finding the chapters for that in separate videos. They are dropping weekly as well, and it's just listed under Pride and Prejudice. I hope you are enjoying this, my very first crochet along. I'm having a wonderful, wonderful time. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about all this. Even if you're not crocheting along with us, just let me know what you think of this beautiful, beautiful blanket. Thank you so very, very much. And we will see you next week. Now remember, this is our first half of Elizabeth. She will call it week 2 Elizabeth, but for us, it's just the first half of it. See you guys next time. This is the beautiful yarn we're going to start with on this one. It's the teal. Isn't that so pretty? See you later. Bye-bye.